Hi, and welcome. In this video, we'll be reviewing the differences between authentication options offered by Weaviate in a little bit more depth, including anonymous access, API key, and OpenID Connect. Authentication can be complex and something that many users ask us about. We provide these options to cater to different users' requirements, ensuring security is taken very seriously. But since it is a complex topic, let's dive into how each one works in a little bit more detail. First, let's talk about anonymous access. This is the most simple but also the least secure. With this option, there's no barrier to interaction. If you have access to the Weaviate instance, you can perform any action. Now with API key or OIDC authentication information is passed along to Weaviate with each request as an additional header. The API key method uses a string key that Weaviate verifies internally to provide corresponding permissions. With OIDC though, your credentials like the username and password are used to obtain a signed token from an external token issuer like Microsoft, Okta, or WCS and passed along to Weaviate. The token is cryptographically signed, allowing Weaviate to verify it using information from the token issuer and confirm the owner's identity. These tokens are also time-limited, making the system more robust to a token being leaked or intercepted. In non-public instances, Weaviate can provide permissions based on the authenticated identity. This step is called authorization and is technically different from authentication, but is a vital part of the whole process. In most cases, using a public instance may be too insecure, so we recommend using API key authentication. OIDC might be a good option for you though if you need additional security, but it can add quite a bit of complexity. As mentioned, OIDC tokens expire, minimizing threats if intercepted. The downside though is that these tokens must be refreshed periodically, typically every 15 minutes or so. If you're using a Weaviate client, this behavior is automated, so you don't see it, but you can imagine that this will be a very complex process if done manually. Additionally, OIDC involves three parties: Weaviate as the resource, the token issuer, also called the identity provider, such as Microsoft, Okta, or WCS, and the client. And each identity provider often uses different configurations, and this requires Weaviate and the client to match these settings accordingly. The complexity required for OIDC means that the API keys usually strike a good balance between security and usability. However, API keys do not expire, so if leaked or intercepted, they could be used to access your resources until they are manually revoked, which is why in some situations, the OIDC solution might be preferable. That's all we have in terms of the comparison of the three authentication methods available with Weaviate. We hope that this video gives you a good understanding of the differences between the various authentication methods and helps you to choose a preferred option that suits your use case. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon.